And welcome to Good News. So what's been happening? Is it me? Or does somebody need to have a word with Carol about her parenting?
Now, have a look at this. Looks like the kind of place you'd take the kids to for a day trip, doesn't it?
Not really, Carol. Over on breakfast, Bill Turnbull dropped the daintiest fart ever.
Whatever language that they would have arrested him in.
It's a lovely little mouse guff, isn't it? Fair to say Louis Van Gaal's English not going so great.
Sticks and bolts can break my...
And finally, this cookery programme wins my award for most unexpected end to a show ever.
Så Alban är på ingång som gör comeback med en ny låt.
Och Madeleine Månsson, Sveriges största DJ, håller på att fatta rösten på det.
So, what's been going on? Did you hear the news about bacon?
The World Health Organization is now warning that the equivalent of less than 2 slices of bacon a day can boost your chances of developing one form of cancer by nearly 20%.
Bacon, ham and hot dogs.
Cancer.
Bacon, ham, sausage and...
Cancer.
Hot dogs, bacon and sausages and...
Cancer.
Hot dogs, bacon, hams.
Cancer.
Bacon and...
Cancer.
Bacon.
Cancer.
Bacon.
Cancer.
Bacon and... Cancer.
But we like bacon.
Yes, we do! We like bacon! We love bacon! A bacon sandwich is one of the greatest things in the world, and now it gives you cancer? It's like finding out Stephen Fry drowns puppies. I was gutted. Look what they compared it to.
Red and processed meats could be as big a threat as smoking.
Jeez! Do you reckon in 20 years people will be outside pubs eating sausages? Just hipsters vaping piglets. Going cold turkey, putting a bit of bacon on your arm, like that. You trying to quit? No, I'm mad. Do you know the worst thing? Do you see the way Sky News covered it? They went to a cafe and tried to scare the shit out of people.
Bacon, sausage, beans, fried egg. According to the World Health Organization, you may as well have a big pile of asbestos on that plate.
You're gonna die! He tried it again later, didn't really work.
Processed sausage, bacon, potentially cancer-causing. How's your breakfast? It's lovely.
Lovely night. No, enjoyed it. I'm with him. People in this country are going to struggle to give up bacon. We really, really love it. Listen to this 999 call. This isn't made up. This is a genuine call to the police.
Charles, please, what's the emergency?
My girlfriend has let me, the cat, eat my bacon.
Sorry?
My girlfriend let the cat eat my bacon.
Right, OK. What would you like the police to do with regards to that, sir?
I want to press charges.
Against who? Your girlfriend or the cat?
You are up.
Who do you want to press charges against, your girlfriend or the cat?
Both of them.
Only in this country. Elsewhere this week, one of the most emotive stories in the news was the Tories' attempt to get tax credit cuts through the House of Lords.
The Chancellor, George Osborne, says he will continue with his proposed tax credit cuts despite a double defeat in the House of Lords last night.
I'm determined to deliver that lower welfare, higher wage economy that we were elected to deliver and the British people want to see.
British people want to see. Maybe your millionaire mates want tax reform, but some people are really struggling. Look at this heartbreaking clip from Question Time.
I voted Conservatives originally because I thought you were going to be the better chance for me and my children. You're about to cut cut tax credits after promising you wouldn't. I work bloody hard for my money to provide for my children, to give them everything they've got, and you're going to take it away from me and them. I can hardly afford the rent I have to pay. I can hardly afford the bills I've got to do, and you're going to take more from me.
Osborne keeps banging on about reducing the deficit. I've got an idea how you could reduce it. Stop taking money off people like her and get Google, Amazon or Starbucks to pay their fair share of their fucking taxes. She's clearly suffering. Now, one of the most shocking parts of this story, you probably saw this, was this headline. Musical millionaire Andrew Lloyd Webber votes to cut tax credits for the poor after flying in from New York. That makes him sound like a villain from one of his own shit musicals. Hate the poor, I don't care, I'm a spam-faced millionaire. It's bullshit. Although Lloyd Webber was good in Star Wars. Not that it was the only tax story that angered people. Did you read about tampons? Menstrual products are still considered a luxury item after MPs voted against scrapping the controversial tampon tax. Yep, women still have to pay 5% VAT on tampons because they're considered a luxury. Luxury? They're tampons! They're not Ferrero Rocher. I've never seen a woman in Tesco, oh my God, look at them all! They're so sumptuous! No woman has ever inserted one and gone, oh, I am spoiling myself. Oh, I feel so decadent. It's ridiculous. They're not aspirational. You don't see Beyonce bragging about them. If you like, you should have got me one with wings on it. If you like, you should have got me one with wings on it. Oh, Jay, I got stomach cramps. Give me a hot water bottle. Do you know the absurd thing? You pay VAT on tampons because they're a luxury, but you don't pay VAT on things that are considered essential, right? And here is a list of some of the things that the taxman thinks are more essential than tampons. Helicopters, bingo, twiglets, adult nappies, flapjacks, toffee apples, edible cake decorations, a ticket to the zoo, and crocodile meat. Crocodile meat! That's essential, yeah, if you're Mick fucking Dundee. I think this lady's gentle sign puts it best. It's been a bad week all round for the government. Did you hear about Cameron's Photoshop gaffe?
Fury filtered through social media yesterday after Downing Street digitally added a poppy to this photograph of David Cameron on its Facebook account.
I cannot believe he used Photoshop. Spend £1 on a poppy. I'd rather give a woman a free tampon. You shouldn't use Photoshop. I didn't use Photoshop when I was talking about bacon, did I? Or I'd have shown this. I enjoyed that so much. Makes you want to dance. Elsewhere this week, have a look at this.
We've only just said goodbye to summer, haven't we? But a shopping centre in Derbyshire has already put up, yes, its Christmas decorations.
Christmas decorations already? I bet the locals were delighted.
It annoys me and it actually puts me off Christmas, because Christmas, it's Christmas and Christmas, and by the time it actually gets to Christmas, you've had enough of it.
He's got a point. Christmas is Christmas until it's Christmas. And then it's Boxing Day. Mind you, if you think that's mad, look what the store manager said. This may be my favourite comeback ever.
You're always going to get grumpy people. They've had bad experiences as children. They wanted a train set, they got gloves.
I love it. They wanted a train set, they got gloves. If you don't like Easter, you probably had an egg shoved up your ass. Not that all shop stories were depressing. This is absolutely amazing. Ikea is forced to ban people from playing hide-and-seek in its stores after tens of thousands start concealing themselves in fridges and under children's soft toys. That is amazing. Grown men and women have been playing hide-and-seek in Ikea. Look at this woman! As soon as I heard about this, I went and did it with my brother. Why would you not, right? It was great, because he went off and hid, and I just left. It's true, right? I've sat in a cafe giggling my tits off, but the trouble is, you can't tell anyone. Why are you laughing? My brother's in the cupboard. He can't get out. He may die. Not that it's the best prank played by a brother I've seen.
This is why Mom doesn't fucking love you!
It's good that adults are playing hide-and-seek, but let's be honest, they'll never be able to topple kids. They are the masters of disguise. Oh, I love that photo so much. Next up, hey, guys, let's talk about nutscaping, right? What's nutscaping, Russ? Is it something to do with pistachios? No. Men are taking pictures of their balls in front of beautiful landscapes. Well, I think this lady puts it best.
Whatever turned them on.
So, who would like to see these breathtaking vistas? Look at that. Wow! Who, in their right mind, looks at a glorious sunset and thinks, that needs teabagging? This one looks so cold, I'm surprised he could even find his spuds. Look at that! Who gets their ball bag out in Mordor? This one's the worst. Look at this. Ah! It looks like a granny's chin. What is wrong with men? Why would you put your ball... You never see women doing this. Oh, look, the Grand Canyon. Derek! Get me camera. I'm going to do a flap snap. Are you getting it all, Derek? Are you getting it all? Oh, a tampon. I feel so luxurious. I don't understand it. Testicles are the ugliest things in the world. They're like dying onion barges, just... The only photo they would improve is this. That's the only one. Elsewhere in the news, is Tom Jones black? No, he's not. My guest this week has an incredible story. It's been made into an Oscar-winning documentary and is now a major Hollywood movie, The Walk. Look at this.
I have never obstructed justice.
Why did you do this?
Police took a humorless view of the act.
Why did you do it? There is no why.
Beyond anything you can ever imagine. Mind-boggling.
This is probably the end of my life to step on that wall. Death is very close.
Et donc je criais, regardez, regardez, et il a salué.
I figured I was watching something that somebody else would never see again in the world. Thought it was once in a lifetime.
Every day has a true challenge, and then you live your life on the tightrope.
Ladies and gentlemen, a true one-off, Philippe Petit. Philippe, thank you so much for coming on the show. Thank you very much. This is very, very exciting to have you on the show. Thanks for coming. The first thing I want to say, the first thing that leaps off that, not only is it extraordinary to do what you did, to walk between the Twin Towers, but to do it in flares.
Are you talking about the actual design? Does that bother you?
It doesn't bother me. I love the confidence, because if that had been me, I'd have gone with something really tight. But it's the fact that...
But it's nice that the wind is communicating with me.
But how cocky can you get? That's what I love about it. Like,
not much more.
No, exactly. But the only way that could have been better is if on the bottom of your flares it just went, whatever, God. I guess the first thing is, why do you do what you do?
That's a great question, and I'm totally unable to answer.
Okay.
I mean, why do I like to become a half man, half bird? Well, maybe because I like to look at the world from above, from a different, vision. Maybe because I like to explore, I don't know, but I just love it. It's in me. My day is not the same if I don't walk the high wire, and I practice 3 hours a day at 66 years old.
Wow.
And that keeps me alive. So passion is the word I'm throwing at you like a ball as an answer to that impossible question.
God, I like you a lot. Wait, what was it? Oh, I don't know.
You know, I love...
throw that at me there. I thought you were looking for something just to...
One of the...
Does this answer your question?
I did make a sorry face, but I was thinking, in a show like this, you would agree to have my best scotch there,
Oh, mate, if you want a scotch, I'll get you a scotch.
I would love that. I would love a single malt if you have or anything.
Absolutely, let's do it. Oh, my God. Hey. Now, you seem naturally rebellious because you were expelled from school 5 times.
No, I was not rebellious because I was expelled. I was expelled and I became rebellious. I was expelled simply because it was ridiculous for me to try to funnel down this almost like, forced goose feeding history, geography, mathematics, when I had something very important to do. I was practicing my magic.
Oh, please tell me there's a moment when you're like 13, you go, I cannot do this, I have something important to do.
Exactly.
Yes,
exactly. And then, of course, I was thrown out of all those schools simply because I needed more time and focus to perfect my art. Then the irony is that I become a thief of knowledge. I wanted to learn everything.
Yeah.
I would see a guide in a construction site welding. Oh, I want to learn welding. And then I go to the dentist and I say, show me the tool. Oh, that's great. Oh, I would like to become a dentist. It's like model making with pain, So anyway, if school makes no sense to you, but then engulf all the school you can from life,
Oh, completely.
Where's my
whiskey? Exactly. The whiskey's on its way, I think. Now, I read, and you've been arrested for street performing as well. How does that happen?
More than 500 times. I put that in my resume with pride. and then I stopped counting because it was silly. So I had been arrested mostly for street juggling. I'm still doing it, street juggling, because it's illegal.
Juggling?
Well, I go anywhere. I did it in London for a few times. I draw a circle of chalk on a pavement, and then people come. I don't say a word because I created a comic, silent character. A comic, I hope. You should never say you're a comic, of course. But anyway, I don't speak. Well, you are a born comic. Your body language is fabulous. And I can tell because in the street, that's what I do.
The weird thing is I pulled an arse muscle.
Forget about it.
Okay.
Anyway, so in my street juggling, I play with the people. What was the question? I forgot the question.
I don't know. Arrested.
So, and then I put a rope between 2 trees, and I juggle, and I don't mime. I hate mimes. But anyway, I am a silent character, and then at some point, the police with uniform come to arrest me. So I have a unicycle, and I make a little very quick opening in my crowd, and then I jump on a unicycle, and I go so fast that the most police in the world don't have a unicycle unit.
No.
And I disappear.
Here's a question for you. Do you not get scared when you're doing it? When you're doing
scared of what?
Of dying. Like being that high up on a wire that small. You're not scared? Most people would be, and this is a British phrase.
When I say scared of what, I was playing with you. In a sense. No, or you know what they say in New York, but it will be bleeped on the TV. It says, hey, I was fucking with you.
Yeah.
Now I feel so much better. So anyway, no, the reason I am not scared, to be very honest, is that there is no possibility, mental or physical, for me to, and I will not pronounce that word, but let's be poetic, to fly off the why, right? I am the engineer. I learned by myself engineering. I design my anchor points. I build my balancing pole. I fabricate my shoes. So anyway, the most dangerous thing, unless you know how to juggle it, is to feel not important, but invincible.
Yeah.
The minute you feel you are above the normal human level, then you are in danger of, for the climber, of losing your grip, for the wire walker, of losing your heart, for the comic on stage, of losing the thread of your presentation. I don't know if you have a thread. You seem to improvise a lot.
Now, talking of improvising, we've got you that scotch. They've got it there.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is fabulous.
Oh, sweet.
Two, but you
Yeah.
didn't ask for one. This is fabulous.
That's all right.
It's not finished.
No.
But this is my best TV show in my entire life.
Oh, this is going on over here.
I love this comedy. Okay. We have to do many more shows together.
That is absolute fun. Is there anything that does scare you in life?
Yes, bacon and cancer. No, you know what? I am not too keen on the ground, because on the sky
really?
I have no fear. But on the ground, I'm not too keen of animals with too many legs. You know? Or animals with not enough legs. You know?
Oh, who would have thought? But this is what I'm getting at. So the only thing I would have to do to put you off from your majestic art is to fly a helicopter near you and throw a centipede at you.
You have a weird mind.
How have I got a weird mind? There's nothing weird about that. This is all right, isn't it? Oh, what a life, eh? I really like you. I tell you, if I was a 66-year-old lady, you and me would be going at it.
Was that a question?
It's true.
Why are you smiling?
Because I was imagining me as a 66-year-old lady.
I cannot wait.
That was so wonderful. Thank you so much for coming on, my friend. It was really brilliant. Well done, man. Great. Ladies and gentlemen, Philippe Petit! Some mad crime stories this week. This is great. Police launch YouTube ad comparing sexual consent to making tea. Have you seen it? Oh, it's terrific, isn't it? It may possibly be the most British thing ever.
If you're still struggling with consent, just imagine instead of initiating sex, you're making them a cup of tea. You say, "Hey, would you like a cup of tea?" And they go, "Oh my God, I would love a cup of tea, thank you." Then you know they want a cup of tea. If you say, "Hey, would you like a cup of tea?" And they're like, you know, I'm not really sure. Then you can make them a cup of tea, or not, but be aware that they might not drink it. And if they don't drink it, then, and this is the important bit, don't make them drink it.
So British, right? There's more.
And if they're unconscious, don't make them tea. Unconscious people don't want tea, and they can't answer the question, "Do you want tea?" because they're unconscious. You should just put the tea down, make sure the unconscious person is safe, and this is the important part again, don't make them drink the tea.
I think it's wonderful. I think they should have done that with tax credits.
Here is a family with hardly any tea. The Tories have lots of tea, but they want more tea. And instead of taking it from people who can afford to lose tea, they want to take your tea. They even got their friend Andrew to help them get the tea. But don't worry, under Tory policy, you'll get tea eventually. Cutting tax credits, it's insanity.
I'll tell you what, I think that was quite good. It makes me wanna dance! finally tonight, an inspirational woman who makes you think about moaning a little less about your life.
In an ideal world, I would like people to maybe not stare, maybe not freak out and run away from me, because then that helps me and hopefully other people who look different, hopefully help them to realise that they are a member of society.
Abandoned at birth, bullied at school, and regularly abused as an adult, 22-year-old Mui Thomas has a rare condition called harlequin ichthyosis. Her skin sheds much faster than normal skin. She has no control over her body temperature, and she has arthritis. Mui is giving back by working at a special needs school and giving motivational talks.
When I was a child, I once said, "Mummy, if there's one thing that I want for Christmas, it is to have ordinary skin."
Mui's experience of cyberbullying is the focus of her talks, where she relives the most painful time of her life to try to help others going through the same thing.
The cyberbullies, they made comments like, "Oh, you shouldn't be alive, you should have been dead, nobody loves you, nobody wants you." And when you're already a teenager struggling with your self-image, that really hurts.
But Mui is determined not to let that hold her back, taking inspiration from her father's love of rugby to become a fully qualified referee.
When I'm on the pitch, I'm just a referee in the middle. Nobody actually cares whether I look different or not. They only care if I make a wrong decision. And I love that. I love the fact that in some way, I'm anonymous.
Mui is thought to be the 4th oldest person in the world living with her condition. The oldest is currently 31, but her uncertain future is certainly not slowing her down.
What an amazing young woman, eh? Thank you very much for watching the news. Good night, my friend. Good night. Farewell. See you later.